welcome to my next installment of the first lap series. I'm going to do Spa Francorchamps this time. I think I've chosen the right course layout based on the Formula One track. I don't know what else to choose. I know every series runs a different configuration potentially, and there are several with Spa, so we'll just go with this one and see what we learn, and then we'll go from there. If you notice when you first start up the simulation here, there's a rules panel that opens up, and it notes the off-track rules. In this case, a car considered within track limits is half the car is within the boundaries of the track. This tells me there are a number of turns where you can actually go way off the track. You can put all four wheels off the track and still continue, but obviously those are considered off track, and you don't want that. So 2 tires off, or half the car, is within the boundaries of the track. So if you see down there, turn 1 here on the left, the red part, clearly you can drive there, but you're not supposed to drive there. So that's turn 1. And then turn 4, similarly, there's left and right areas where you're not supposed to put 4 wheels off. Turn 7, and turn 9, and turn 10, apparently. Apparently there's a lot of spots. Turns 11, 13, 14, 15, 17, and 19, the edge of the red-white curbing on the corner exit. So basically there's a lot of runoff. I know this is a very fast course from what I've seen in Formula One, so that's probably why they have a lot of runoff, just for safety. But clearly they want you to limit to 2 wheels off. So we'll see what that means as we get going. So first of all, we're going to go to the garage. I've already gone to Major's garage. You can find the link in the description below. And I've downloaded the free Spa setup. It's a baseline setup. Not considered the optimal setup, but it's a good baseline setup. Better than the stock setup, potentially, that iRacing applies to the car. So I downloaded that for free. You can make sure to click on that link and get your free baseline setups. And then they charge for slightly better setups. They have a qualifying setup often and a race setup and such. And they are faster. They tune the car for the track, which is great. So we'll accept that. And then, as we always do in the first few laps, we'll go ahead and turn on the driving line. So let's get to it. Click on the pit limiter, as I always do, and then let's see what we can figure out here. I don't even know where anything comes out. Where the pit lane exits. Again, I saw this in Formula One, but, you know, until you're driving in the car, you don't really know. So let's slide over to the line here. Alright. This is the famous Eau Rouge. Very fast turn. Slide over there, keep it up the hill, keep it over to the right, kind of straight line that area, and let it unwind to the end there. So that's definitely fast, and you got to be right on line for that, I imagine. Otherwise you're going to fly. So, very long straightaway here. And we're coming into a turn here. Forgive me that I don't know all the names of the turns. Okay, this looks like a nice little chicane. I'm not going to try to get any sort of speed now. I've never been on this track, as I said, so. The fun thing is then you go and watch a Formula One race where they run these tracks. And this is a hairpin. Ooh. Okay. Okay, a little tight one there. Downhill. Does look familiar. So you run these tracks, and then you go and watch Formula One racing. It's remarkably how familiar it feels. It feels local. It feels like a home track. And you see the Formula One drivers drive it. Of course, they go a lot faster than we can go in these cars. It's still fun. So here's a big braking zone. Just so you know, if you see this line here, green obviously means throttle, red means brake, but there's a gray area. And note that gray area could mean two things. It could mean braking or just light braking, trail braking, or it could mean that you're just kind of keeping a balanced throttle. So sometimes you come in with a little bit of throttle, you don't squeeze it all the way down, and you keep it level until you squeeze it on as you get further into the turn. So you just have to be aware of that. A lot of racing is not about on or off. Matter of fact, most of it's not about on or off. Braking is subtle, and throttle is subtle. It's squeeze on the throttle sometimes, not jam it on. So you might think at 200 miles an hour, some of these guys are going that they're just jamming on the throttles and such, but the truth of the matter is that's not what's happening. They're very subtle. It's just the time slows down being in the car. All right. Let's see if we can figure this out. All right, we're coming down. I think that's the pit straight. We're gonna brake. It's like a second gear turn, maybe. Okay, now this is gonna get us on the Eau Rouge straight away. I'm gonna take this as fast as I can, just to see what it feels like. Always wondered. So 7th gear. Alright, well, you know, that's fun. That was flat out in 7th gear. Imagine Formula 1 cars are so much sketchier around that because they're going so much faster, but it's still fun. Okay, hard brake. And the 3rd, I think. Whoop, okay. So I got a little loose there. I turned in while I was still on brake, so I got to get off the brake there. Okay, this is another balanced throttle, probably spot. Drop down to 2nd there, just for now. Obviously a tight turn. Take some trail braking there. Little touch on the brake there. Rotate the car. When you touch that brake, you get that weight on the front end and rotate the car easier, but it's also very easy to spin. It's a nice carousel kind of turn. Yeah, I think this is a tighter turn, so I'm going to come down. I'm going to brake a little balanced throttle there. Squeeze it on. Lift on the throttle a little bit. Helps rotate the car again. Okay, this is going to be a tight one. Down to 2nd right now. Let's carry speed up that hill. All this back straight. It's flat out. So far. Alright, flat out. And then looks like some braking here, hard braking. This is going to be a tight turn. I'm going to go down to 2nd. Okay, that's definitely like a chicane. So I might have to go down to 1st on that just to get in. But we'll see. At least for now. Another hard braking. Okay, we're back on the straightaway. Eau Rouge. It's the only turn I know the name of. 7th gear. Just sweep in here and up the hill. Get the balance of the car. Nope. Oops, see, I went off the track there. Okay. Can't just take it straight up the hill. I'll yield time in a second as soon as I start braking. I'm taking everything a lot slower. Okay, brake. Turn in. Back on throttle, lift off throttle. Okay, that was better this time. I spun last time. Lifting on the throttle again there. But clearly I did that okay because I didn't make up my time. I'm going to just slow down extra here. Alright. Got my little penalty out of those. Another little lift. Maybe a touch on the brake there. Okay. Another touch on the brake. Maybe downshift one. Make that turn. Kind of just use that little brake to rotate the car a little bit, and it's faster. Okay, this is another one. I'm down to 4th. Easy throttle. Okay, so I'm obviously too fast for that. So maybe 3rd would be better there. Brake here. Down to 3rd again. And climb the hill. And this is that back straight that's all throttle. Don't really have to do much. Not going fast enough that we really need to do much other than just flat out stay on the line, don't overdrive it. Hard brake. Okay, obviously I overshot that. Oop, it's a chicane. I thought it was a right-hander. Okay, so I got to lose a little bit more speed there. It's pointless carrying too much speed in. What you want is speed out. The hard brake here. Number 2. I can brake later, obviously. Now let's throttle, bring it up, squeeze on that throttle. Alright. See if I can do this correctly this time. So sweeping here, it's a blind corner, so you come up the hill, you gotta stay over to the right a little bit more. You kind of want to go up the hill, be a little left, to straight line that, but you have to pull over to the right a little bit. Okay, I think I remember correctly. 3rd gear. Lift a little bit. Rotate the car. Gotta use the curbs here. Lift a little bit there. Still in 3rd. Use the curbs a little bit here, clearly. And the 3rd. Balance the throttle. Little brake here. You gotta be careful about turning in. Clearly, I started almost spinning there. Another little brake here. Down 52. It's a great flowing circuit. Just honestly, once I remember the turn. Remembering where all the turns are. So I can take that faster. And now we're up that back hill. It's going to be heartbreaking. This is that chicane I almost missed last time. And I just missed it again. Alright, trying to carry way too much speed in. But, yeah. I didn't spin, at least. I keep reducing the time on my lap, but that's not hard to do when you're stuck in the beginning. Okay, brake. Is that hairpin? So I can brake a little bit earlier there to get set up for this straightaway. Again, you want to be on the throttle on straightaways. You want the speed out of the turn, not the speed into the turn. Who cares about how fast you can take a turn in when you have a giant straightaway coming after it? That's when you need to get on the throttle fastest. Okay. 3rd gear. Tossing the car around there a little bit. Lift a little bit there, get the car rotate. And then a 3rd there. Oop, a little wide. Could brake a little bit more for that. Brake a little bit there. Now brake too much there. Little brake here. Drop it one gear. I didn't actually drop it a gear. Yeah, I lifted right in the middle there where it says the gray area. It helps rotate the car. Down the third here. Back on the throttle. Let it unwind out there. Long straightaway. So that's considered off. Okay, so this is going to brake a little bit earlier for this. Go down to second gear. It's the pain, remember? Okay, so I'm going to stop right now. Probably need to figure out where the pit lane is. So let's go ahead and back out of this. Let's shut off that line. Let's look real quickly. Oh no, that's not good. No one really cares. Alright. Now let's go back in. Alright, so now we gotta remember the line, but this is where you actually learn how to drive the track rather than... Whoa. Okay, sharp turn there, out of the pits. Don't forget that. Okay. Blend line, keep to the right of it. Okay, let's see if I can remember this now. Stay to the right. Sweep in here, up the hill, keep it a little bit right. Whoa, okay. That's how that turn can be very dangerous. So I overcorrected to the right. Put me in. Let's watch this here real quick. So I'm coming up the hill. That's fine. Turned into the left. A little bit early there, and I overcorrected. It's hard to see. But we will try it again really quick, won't we? Here we go. Let's remember again. Tight. Limiter off. Make that turn. Stay off the blend line. Okay, let's see if I can do this correctly this time. Definitely touchy with the car. Whoa. Yeah. Very delicate inputs there. It gets very fussy at that speed. Okay, there's the right-hander up here, if I remember correctly, it's the third gear corner. And the brake at the 100 marker. I can brake it a little bit later. That's fine. Another little brake there, still in third. Brake here again, down to third again. Don't stomp on that throttle. Okay, that's a little wide there. This is why it's bad learning the course with that line. I mean, obviously, I'm still learning it anyway, but when you learn it without that line, you learn it. Whereas here, all I'm doing is struggling, trying to get the car in the right spot without spinning. So after a couple laps of this, I'll figure it out. That's flat out. So this starts that back straightaway. Can't go so wide on there. Okay, I got a brake earlier there. It's almost a first gear turn, because then you get on the straightaway. Second gear. Super gear, get on that throttle. And this is the straightaway. Au rouge. I guess that was legal. I felt like I was a little far to the left, but definitely a nail biter. Okay, third gear turn. Braking there at the 100-yard marker. Again, I think I was too soon. Yep, definitely good. Whoa, okay. So I turned in while I was under brake. So that is bad, as we all know. Such chicane, okay. Again, that was simply from not remembering the track, so that's my fault. Uh-oh. I centered my car. Oh well. Let's watch me high center the car. Right there. It doesn't really look high centered. Oh, there it is right there. That's high centered. All right. That's why we do these videos, so you don't feel like an idiot when you do the same thing. Or hopefully it helps you avoid doing this. That was much nicer. Very gentle inputs there. Just got to get that first line correct. The left-hander and then the slight right-hander. Just get that right, and it's fine. Okay, just back at the 100-yard mark, we can go past that. Okay, still can brake later. That's good. Let's consider off the track. Oh. Not being very good with my inputs. And this is the one that's potentially a first gear. Right now I'm going to take that at first gear. It seems like it wants to be a first gear turn. Okay, and here's our second gear turn. Onto the front straightaway again. Don't worry about trying to get the perfect speed in with your speed out. That's key. Get on that throttle as quickly as you can. Let's see if I can recreate this. Come in there, catch that, catch this up here. A little bit to the right, left, and let it unwind. Very subtle inputs there. Okay, this is our third gear turn after the 100. It's a little hard there. A little messy there. Gotta figure that one out a little better. Spending too much time off the throttle on that one. You kind of want to be on throttle or brake. You don't really want to be too much in between. Just a little pain here. Lift, rotate, back on the throttle. And now we're flat out. So it's good to let the car unwind if you can. It releases pressure on the tires. It helps from overheating the tires, which you don't want to do. If you keep it racked in tight, keep the turn on, so to speak, you're going to be burning up the tires quicker. Okay. Carry too much speed in there after preaching about you shouldn't carry too much speed, but I did. That's quickly becoming one of my favorite turns. I love those ones that are sort of on the edge. You just have to be really precise with your inputs. Oh. I seem to have missed a board there. I was looking for the 100 marker and I must have missed. I'm going to back up here. Without crashing into something. Oh. Not so much. I'm looking for the 100 board. There it is right there. Okay. So as I remember, breaking at 100 was pretty much a little early still, so maybe just past it. If you notice, these are things that you want to look for, including the 100 marker, or the markers there, the yardage markers, or meter markers, to be honest. This white line, so see that white line on the tarmac, what I'd probably end up doing is braking just as I cross it, and see how that works. So we'll try that next time. So we're going here, throttle, rotate. Drop it into fourth, and I can just carry that speed through this turn. Let it unwind there. It's our little chicane. Use that throttle to rotate the car. Lift, rotate. Another downshift there, and this is flat out now. Let it unwind a little bit there. Don't bind the car. Don't bind those wheels. Hold them in a turn when you don't need a turn. Let them unwind. It cools the tires down, prevents extra friction. That's our little first gear turn. There's the bridge. I'm going to brake at the bridge. So bridge is probably a little early. Get in here, catch that. We'll throttle up and then lift because it rotates the car. Yeah, I took this one too fast last time. As you remember, speed in is less important. Get that tight turn, let it unwind over there, get on the throttle as quickly as you can. That's pretty hot. I love that. Very much you feel the car rotating underneath you. I can only imagine doing that at even faster speed. Okay, we're looking for that marker. Yeah, that line is pretty good. Carry speed in, lift, rotate the car, get back on the throttle. Little brake there, kept in fourth. So I'm going to go down to third on this one. Kind of that long carousel one. Feel like I'm off the throttle a long time there. Down to third here, but then back on fourth there. Okay, this one I'm going to drop to fourth. It settles the car, but then I can carry that and fifth and sixth all the way through that turn. There's our little chicane. And the third. Back on the throttle. Lift. I lifted literally. Another quick downshift. And then this is flat out. Remember, bridge is too soon, so wrap the bridge. A little messy. Kind of fun. Okay, remember we at that line we started our braking and that seemed like a good spot. Right there. Back on the throttle. Let it rotate a little bit. Probably too much, but up to fourth. Lift just enough to make the turn. Still a little messy, but you get the idea. This is that long turn. Again, a good example of lose the speed going in so you can get on the throttle quicker out. I'm wasting so much time in that turn waiting for the turn to complete. So I'll try something new next time around. Okay. Breaking way too early there. I think I can do that in fourth gear. Anyway, that's off. Yeah, remember, get rid of the speed here. Second gear is fine. So that's better because I can easily get on the throttle easily after that turn. Over there, a little turn in there, but don't hold it too tight. Let's see, I held it too tight, but technically that's still legal. Doesn't feel as good as the first time around. Okay, we're going to try the 100-yard marker here. Going to be doing well here. There it is. I'm turning in a little too quick there. Okay, so we're going to try this one at even slower speed. Brake. Second gear. Yeah. Nope. To a certain degree, I have to be patient around that turn.
You knocked your wheel down alignment.
Yes, I know. Let's watch that here. It's a long turn. And I locked it up a little bit there. Sometimes you just have to be patient. So, I mean, maybe the third gear is correct and you're just being patient through the turn. So, we'll have to take a look at that. There's definitely a feel issue with this turn here. Over a little bit in, a little bit over to the right, but hold it a little second longer just so you're straight. So you kind of hold it over just a little bit second longer and then straighten the wheels so that it allows you to go by that left edge. So let's try this again here. Right past the line. Oh. Okay, so I really... Jeez. Just so you don't feel bad when this happens to you a lot. It happens to everybody. So I'm coming in, okay, cross the line, braking good, okay, turning in. My problem is that I don't think I got on the throttle soon enough, and it rotated the car too quickly. So we will find out. Let's do that again. To the right, hold it a second longer, and then straighten the wheel. It's going to be a feel thing. You're going to have to feel it. But they're not big turns. They're not a big adjustment. You make that left-hander, then you sweep it to the right, and as you feel like you're getting it, hold it just a beat longer. Okay, here. Braking, straight line, turn in, get on the throttle. Flip the throttle. lift there, make that turn. Okay, here's that one. So I'm going to downshift the third, get on the throttle, let the car rotate underneath me, and then get on the scoop. Downshift again there. So yeah, I think you just have to be patient in that turn and not try to rush it. So I'm doing it. Whoop. This is when you don't remember the track. I thought that was the fast right-hander that just was flat out from that point forward.
You've got some damage.
Yes, I realize that. So I'm just going to try to do one complete lap as clean as I can be now, put it all together. This is what you should do after you do a session of a lot of testing. You got to put together a lap that's maybe not the fastest lap you can ever do, but is consistent and is clean. So try not to push it. It's sort of like a qualifying thing. When you get into qualifying, you're not really trying to experiment and find new ways to brake later and things like that. You're basically trying to accept the fact that this is what I've learned, I'm going to apply what I've learned and try to be as fast as I can with those rules. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to do a warm-up lap here initially, and then I'll do one fast lap and hopefully keep it on the track and see what I've learned. And you can see with me. All right. I don't hit the wall first before I come out. Okay, here we go, hot lap. I should have started it a bit before, but so there you go. Fastest lap yet. Just putting everything together. It wasn't perfect, and probably isn't the fastest that you can do, period, obviously. I'm sure it's much faster, the track record time in a Formula Renault 2.0 here. But as you can see, you just work through it. You figure out each turn. Number one, you have to memorize the track, as we know. That's kind of sometimes the hardest thing, is remember where everything is. And then from that point, it's learning the way that you're comfortable taking the turn at this speed. And then you'll get faster. Even during that turn, or that lap, I was deciding, oh, I don't need to downshift to third in this one. I'll just stay in fourth. So, you know, a couple turns I was kind of playing with the gearing, because I realized I didn't need to downshift. So there you go. Spa Francorchamps. I hope this was helpful, and we'll see you next time at I don't know which track. Stay safe out there and have fun.